泣き出したこともある。交差点裸足で踊ったこともある。知らないこと知りたいことありすぎてチャンネル変えるだけじゃ博士になれない。いつの日にも一人きりのウィーケンド、一人きりのボーイフレンド、街中のロミオとジュリエット、突然のさよならにハートブレイク、食べかけのフライドチキン落としそうになる。今日のメニュー行き先も聞かないで本当の自分を探したいの、見つけ出すの。寂しげなムーンライト、傾いたシティライト、言葉だけ溢れるテレフォンボー恋したっていいじゃない、アップデートな恋を生む DATE 恋したっていいじゃない、 I want you, I need you DATE なんたっていいじゃない、ハートは石でもガラスでもない DATE なんだっていいじゃない、 Darling 駆け抜けて Up to date ダンス脱ぎ捨てたこと目覚まし時計を壊したこともある。ルーズな街のインチキに打ちのめされても流行りのスタイルに流されないよ、急がなくちゃ。一人きりのファイト、センチメンタルトワイライト、街中のロミオとジュリエット、 DATE 恋したっていいじゃない、デートな恋を生む DATE 恋したっていいじゃない、 I want you, I need you DATE こんだけいいじゃない、一つのクエスチョン一人じゃ解け 子高生だもんね。ちょっぴりかぶった猫まともアピールじゃんじゃか。猫にゃんデフォルト上司構成。猫にゃん裏に気読むなよ。ゆりゆりパラパラパラしょって。ゆりパラパラパラの人よ。積極的だぜ24時間ぶっ続けでもコミケのために頭の中を出し尽くせよ。表紙から入稿頑張ったと観光時仕方ない時間は限られてる。実際にやおい読めない人のが当たり前。友達だって甘えちゃっていいかな。どうジャンルリンクは内緒にしよう。さっぱりわからんリアルの男子3次元の男子が本当は興味がない。きっとあっちも同じ。ないもんノーマル男子にないもん読者は別だよ。これが私の生きる道だから精進坂道。腐ってもタイで行きたいね。だけど泳いでましそういの秋葉カルチャー。吹っ飛んだ理性がない合点だ。知性も飛んでった腐ったらタイは食べらない。腐っても女子は元気いっぱい。やっぱり普段が普通の女子高生だもんね。ちょっぴりかぶった猫まともアピールじゃんじゃか。猫にゃんデフォルト上司構成。猫にゃん裏に気読むなよ。ゆりパラパラパラしょって。ゆりパラパラパラの人よ。あっさりバレてる趣味だにゃ。
Hey guys, how's it going? You have 0909AC0. We've got Leo Bardo. We've got Moe Volt Aging, right? Qualian and Fulfarel. Hello, everybody. Great to see you all. So yeah, back with a work stream, and it's been a while since a work stream, right? I think it's been another month. Didn't mean that to happen, but I've just been really busy. And while I've been working on it, it's always been like in the background or late at night, and I didn't want to, have to worry about talking and all that. Also stuff that I've been working on, it's kind of spoilery in a way that I didn't really want to stream it. But this part is not so bad to stream. This part is just some mini scenario fun. As the title suggested, is some good old, not really Yuri, but people who like Yuri, I guess, will enjoy it, right? It's the Yutaka mini scenario, so pretty good part. I don't remember a lot of it, but we'll have a fun time just kind of redoing the translation, clean it up. So yeah, that's all I got. Let's get into it. So let's see, how's it going? Is our setup all good? No, you guys are not supposed to be there. You're supposed to see the Yutaka mini scenario. You missed me with the streams? I'm sorry. I'm glad people like the streams, right? I didn't mean to be gone for so long, as far as not streaming. I just had a lot going on. And it was nothing crazy, guys, like, don't worry. But it was, yeah, I just didn't have time to stream. And again, it was spoilers, and, you know, it just, a lot of things kind of contributed to it not really ever being a good time to stream all that often. So I'm gonna shrink this down so that way the screen displays a little better there. Okay, let me get back to the mini scenario there. Yeah, I didn't address the stream layout in advance. So gotta put up with this for now, for a little bit, guys. If we saw on that page that you're at 50%, I think chapter 4, we're actually farther than that. When I last updated last week, it was 70%. So we're actually pretty close. Actually, after this part, like this mini scenario, it's just the mini-me route and then the mini-me scenario, which is a very mini scenario. Right, so not many left, not much parts left. Get in there. Hopefully it'll be done sooner than later, really, because after that I gotta do a test run, play through it, see everything's all good, no typos, everything is the way that I want it to be, make a trailer, and then just, you know, figure out what time's a good time to release it. So we'll see how that ends up. Probably gonna be maybe early-ish, early to mid-May is probably the best guess right now, but we'll see for episode 4. Okay, it still doesn't. What did I normally? I feel like everything is still a little not the way it should be. You see too much Miyuki. You're not supposed to know that that's just Miyuki back there. Probably not moving this enough. There we go. And this maybe can be a little wider. Yeah, there we go. That's it. So let me make sure we're good here. Oh yeah, it's gonna be probably too loud. I think, yeah. It's like you gotta do that, and then you gotta also make them, if I play music, I gotta make them music quieter, which we're gonna do Sonic CD again. I think that was the last time I did a stream I did Sonic CD, and I really like the music from Sonic CD. So I want to continue to listen to it, but we'll just start over. It's a great soundtrack. Okay, I think we're all set to go. You see I got my tabs also here. I'm going to do it this way. Where I guess I was looking at the word Sozai a second ago. And then, yeah, so don't look at that. That's a line from the Yutaka ending. From my Google Translate second opinions, right? Because I want to be a little more, hopefully you can be transparent about that. I don't use Google Translate that much, but I use it responsibly, but I want to make sure people know that that's the case, because everyone gets up in arms about using, you know, AI translation, which this isn't really, right? But it's just, you know, just a tool to help sanity checks and things. But anyway, not enough working on the too much talking, not enough patch working, right? So let's get on it. Okay. Okay, so その日の昼休み、私は熱を出して保健室で休んでいた。So yeah. Okay. I listened to Sega intro. Hey Christopher Hartman. Great to see you. So it's not really it was now, it's more like kind of Sonohi in this case is being like a one day. Painted your bang, great to see you. So it's like one day during lunch break. I started having a fever, and so I was resting in the infirmary, because that's how I refer to it. Let me think. I was resting in the infirmary because after developing a fever. How do you say that? Like you developed a fever? After you don't catch a fever, right? You develop a fever. I think so. Did I know that I can play that music in Sonic Origins? No, I did not. I've never played Sonic Origins. Truthfully, I haven't played Sonic CD either. I just like the music. Alright, developing sounds right. Thank you. Yay!やっぱり今日は休んだ方が良かったかな。So yeah. I guess I should have stayed home today, huh? He's like Arnold, you know, from Magic School Bus. I should stay home today. Yeah, 実は朝から少し熱っぽかったけど、学校休むほどじゃないって思ったんだけど。So yeah, to be honest, yeah, I was a little bit feverish since this morning, but I didn't think it was I didn't think it was to the level of staying home, right? I didn't think it was bad enough to stay home from school. We're getting really close to when I started doing the like I stopped doing the video series like in this fashion with video editing, and I started doing it like directly put into the game. Which should mean, right, the translation starts to get a lot more, you can kind of just keep it, you know, so, well, hopefully this will be pretty smooth, so. I keep saying that, but then I always find more lines that are, like, not good. One thing I've been thinking about is, there's a lot of starting sentences with but and starting sentences with conjunctions, right? That's like considered bad form in English, even though you do it a lot in colloquial speech, right? But I've been trying to be mindful to be like, look, just because it's a sentence in Japanese, 2 sentences in Japanese doesn't mean it should be 2 sentences in English. I don't know if I should be watch the videos you made or wait until you finish the patch. So truthfully, Leobardo Perismar, my recommendation is that you should play the patch. Okay, so what I tell people is play the patch up to however far it is, right? Right now it's episode 3, soon it'll be episode 4. And then if you're willing to wait for the patch to be done, you know, wait. I think it's better to wait. It won't be that much longer before the patch will be done. Like, it'll be this year, right? So, like you are gonna get the best version if you wait for the patch. But at the same time, the video series, once you start getting into the later parts, gets pretty good. It gets pretty, like, I don't have much issues with it anymore. So I think you'd be fine if you watch the videos after that point. But I would wait for episode 4 for sure. Don't watch the episode 4 videos. There's a lot that got fixed in episode 4. And just got cleaned up and made better, so. Yeah. It's a shame, right? Because there's the videos and people watch the videos and it's like, oh, you know. It used to be that the videos were like, please watch the videos, and now it's like, actually, you should wait because the videos are, you know, they're not perfect. But yeah, so play episode 3, wait for episode 4 to come out, then play episode 4. And then if you want to watch the videos for 5, 6, 7, like you can't wait, you want to see what happens, it's okay. I don't think you'll go wrong watching the videos. But you could also still just wait, because I think episode 5, 6, and 7 will follow relatively quickly after 4. You know, it won't be too much longer. I'm really hoping I can try to, like, kind of really get 5, 6, and 7 done quickly after 4. You're looking for the game file. Most of them are corrupted? That's interesting.1時間目が始まる前に気分が悪くなって、それからずっとここで横になっていた。So before its first period started, I started to feel worse. Like, yeah, I started to feel bad. Although she started out being feverish, so it's like her, yeah, that's why I said worse. And then after that, I've been, like, ever since, right, I've been laying down here. I think it's more like I started to feel worse just before the beginning of first period. It's kind of more of a better wording. And I've been lying down here ever since. Random. So you're talking about some video, Christopher Hartman? Japanese version. Interesting. I mean, yeah. If you're trying to share a link, it's not going to show up in the chat because the chat won't allow you to share links, unfortunately. Or wait a minute. I always I've been lying down here ever since. But you know, it's one of those. Okay, no, I think lying down is fine. Right. I was thinking about whether my brain was like thinking back to English classes, and it's like, is this lay or lane or lie or yeah, those kind of words. I used to really be bad at those words where it's like, if it's being used in the nominative case, right? It's one word, and if the word is being used in the adjective case, it's another word. I used to be so bad at that. Learning Japanese made me way better at language stuff in general. I've been lying down here. I've been laying here. Yeah, I actually is right. Laying here. Because lying down here sounds weird. Like, it makes it sound like she's like down in some place. Like she's down in the basement lying. I'm lying down here. Or I'm not telling the truth down here. I've been laying here ever since. been laying down in here. Yeah. Goronto ne 目がいるよ。打ってみる。気分が悪いけど、意見はあんまりない。So Goronto is like with a flop. 打ってみる. In this context, it's like it's interesting that utsu there. I know it means like she's like trying to go back to sleep, but I just want to look that up real quick. Negairi o utsu. To toss and turn, right? Yeah. So it's kind of more like, but negairu. She tries to toss and turn, like this doesn't quite seem right. So it's like when you toss and turn in bed, it's because you're trying to like go to sleep but you can't. So yeah, it's like I try to go back to sleep is good there. But the Goronto makes it sound like implies is like this like a thump, right? Say it's like, I guess it could be like, I was thinking it's like, you know, she sits up in bed for a little bit and then she kind of lays back down, but I think it's more like the tumbling, right? So it's like the noise of her like tossing and turning. So maybe like I toss and turn in bed trying to go back to sleep. Congrats on 1.8k subscribers. Thanks. Yeah, I'm surprised people still subscribe. I haven't uploaded videos in forever. But I'm glad. I really appreciate everyone still subscribing. So I don't speak Spanish, Leo, but I will do my best to translate that for you. So I'll try to understand what you're asking. Oh, you saw me in yeah, it's okay. You think you saw me like in the, what is it? Like Konats About Reels Lucky Star server. Yeah, I'm in there, but I don't really talk in there much at all. I was more just there just to see what it was like and what people were talking about, because it's like the biggest Lucky Star server right now, or like, you know, in terms of members. So it's pretty active, but people don't really talk that much about Lucky Star in there. They just kind of talk about whatever. So, but I'm still in there, I guess, right? You know, just in case something happens. So yeah. I mean, best way to reach me if you want to talk to me like on Discord is through my own Discord server. I don't feel good, but I'm not very sleepy either. Yeah, 今日は学校が終わったらみなみちゃんと買い物に行こうと思ってたのに。Yeah, I was hoping I could after school today, once school was over today. I was like hoping or trying to, or kind of like, you know, I had the intention of going shopping with Minami-chan. How I discovered it, like discovered the Discord server. I mean, Konats About Real like advertises that server a ton on his X account, so like, you know, it's pretty well known. It's like it's not really hidden at all. A reminder that while this scenario is happening, me and Misa are making out in the backyard or somewhere else, saying meatball. I don't know about that. Although this mini scenario, I think... No, it doesn't take place at the same time as... I was thinking about whether it took place at the same time as the Huyuki and Hikaru mini scenarios. But I think that's a different instance where Yutaka's in the infirmary. Yeah, I have to check. I'd have to check if those are meant to be the same. Like, this is meant to be happening at the same time. I don't think it is, though. You joined the Discord? As in my Discord? Oh, so you did. Welcome. There you go. Use my affiliated link. Use my affiliate link. I get a percentage of every... No. とってもため、とっても... Oh no. とため息をつく. Right, so, I let out a sigh. So, you know, I let out a sigh. I mean, like, I just did that because it's like, in English saying like sigh sound effect, I let out a sigh, it doesn't really work as great. You sound my wife. I don't know about that. I think that's how a highly contested situation. So in the past, hitoride nette mo, sleeping by myself, like, or in this case, it's resting by herself. So it's like, even though I used to not mind sleeping by myself so much in the past. First Reddit, then Insta, and now on YouTube. Well, I'm not really on Instagram. My account doesn't... I don't do anything with that, and it's privated. I'm also... I guess I'm not really... I have a Reddit account, but I don't really use it anymore. I barely do. Barely. The problem with Reddit... My thoughts on Redditors. Do I like your profile? Oh yeah, your profile picture's like the Crunchyroll mascot. Let me sanity check this one. Cause what she's saying is not really like, I used to be okay with sleeping by myself, like as if she sleeps with other people or something. Although maybe she is actually, maybe she used, like, she might be talking about sleeping with like Yuri when she was growing up with her or something. Let's see, sanity check this, guys. So in this case, it's, yeah, well, yeah, in here it's gonna just interpret it as sleeping. Like, I wonder why in the past I didn't mind, I wasn't bothered by sleeping alone. Would Konata use Reddit? No, Konata would not use Reddit. Konata would be like... She'd have no patience for Redditors. Especially nowadays, Reddit's too, has too many moral busybodies. Konata wouldn't be about that. Konata is like pro morality, right? She is a moral character, but it's not the specific way, right? It's like, you know, you don't cheat, you know, you're ethical, and you know, in like the way you I don't even know. It's a different kind of thing. Okay, so even if I slept by myself, I used to not mind so much. And then it's kind of like a you know, noni na, like I used to be able to, but why not? Why not now? Reddit is cringe. It's true. Yeah, I think that will go with this. Because, I mean, she's talking about a period of time following this, like after entering Rougakuen. So she might be talking about like her past living with Yui and like, you know, prior to moving out and living with Konata. So perhaps she slept with like her family members or something. I don't really know. I mean, like, I think in Japan sometimes they sleep all together in the same like room sometimes. Don't quote me on that. Like, it's not always such a strange concept that you like sleep, like you collectively all sleep in the same like room. I don't know, maybe that's not true. I'm basing that off of, I think, the fact that they sometimes do that sort of thing in some animes. I don't know, maybe I'm not thinking. That might just be made up. This might be total fabrication. They're not minding me either. Okay, how does this follow? So, like after going to, or because I go to, let's see, like after, I guess it's after going to, like starting going to Row, going to school has been fun. I'm not sure how that connects to the, like, to the previous sentence. Let's see though. It used to bother me this much. Oh, she might be talking about I'm not used to like Oh no, okay, yeah, I sort of understand where she's going with this. She's like saying like sleeping by myself didn't used to bother me this much. She's not talking about sleeping by herself in like a, you know, I need people to sleep with me to like feel comfortable. It's more just like she's talking about like the fact that she's by herself because she has to rest, right? Like she has to rest and she can't. Yeah. She's talking about it in that sense. So I understand why I translated it this way. Man, that happens sometimes. That happens sometimes. I rediscover. It's like, you know, you rediscover ancient tradition, right? You rediscover the reasoning as to why I translated it that way. So yeah, it totally makes sense. This has happened so many times. Like guys who've watched these if you've watched these streams, you know it happens all the time. It happens all the time. I didn't used to mind having to yeah, we'll just I didn't used to mind having to be by myself so I could rest. Yeah, so it's like even in the past, even if I had to sleep by myself, it's that even if really helps cement that meaning. Even if I had to sleep by myself, I didn't used to mind it so much. If I have on mind to make a long play of RGO, what do you recommend to start? Like the actual PS2 version or PSP version on emulator? I mean, there's lots. I don't. With the PS2 version, I mean, like, you do run the fact that, like, you know, who's gonna watch that in the sense of it's in Japanese, right? So, and Japanese people already have playthroughs of the game. So you're kind of like, well, what's the point, right? So, I mean, it makes more sense to do if you're gonna do, like, a playthrough of the game, it makes kind of more sense to do it on the patch, because that's, like, you know, what people would want to watch, I guess, right? But I mean, I think if there's any sort of interest in RGO, like, you're gonna have to, if you don't mind me just sort of inserting my personal thoughts on that, it's like, what we need is more people to play RGO and, like, you know, have some level of, like, commentary and not just do, like, raw gameplay. Because, you know, we already have that. But what we don't have is people's experiences playing the game, like what people think. Anyway. But a long play, a total gameplay on just a video? I mean, you know, you're free to do what you want there. You know, I just don't know if it's the most novel thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, やっぱりミニミちゃんのおかげかな。A portion of the visual novel community is divided into two groups, retro games and those who played I Want to Hug That Alligator. I've never heard of that game. What do you mean I want to hug that alligator? I guess I'm the other category, right? Yeah, I've never heard of this game. But I mean, it seems like a Western visual novel. I don't know, right? I'm not sure. I've never heard of that. The Fort is. This is not. It's not that one. That's not the one with the. Yeah, Fortune visual novel is the other one. That's the one where people make the post of like the fake choice where it's like, did you get born on a minefield? Yeah, Katawa Shoujo. Yeah. Is this one also made by 4chan people? I mean, the two categories of visual novel fans is probably like people who think, I don't even know, there's probably multiple categories, it's not just two. But if you wanted to broadly stroke like that, do broad strokes like that, it's like people who've only played like Doki Doki Literature Club, or like think that like they call them dating sims, right? They call all visual novels dating sims. And then the other category is people who like just like actual visual novel fans. Does what Karakawa doesn't. I mean, I guess, right? Yosh, たくさん寝てしっかり直さなきゃ. So I need to get better. It's in the furry yeah, it definitely looks like a furry romance. I think that's actually, yeah, I've when it comes to Western visual novels, it seems that there is a, what do you call it, a surprising amount of furry related ones. Yeah, furry visual novels seem to make up a substantial portion of like modern Western visual novels. Hey, Simo. Alkonami? You don't want to know why, Meatball? I mean, like, it's probably pretty obvious. It's cause of furry porn. Now, I've never played any of those, mind you. Yeah, so I'm not very sleepy, but but I force my eyes shut, right? I try to force. Neither should anyone else. Well, she doesn't. Yeah, I try to keep my eyes shut. Like, you know, when you say I forcibly keep my eyes shut, it's like, you know, it's not as if that's difficult, right? Like, you know, obviously you can keep your eyes shut, but you're like intentionally doing it. So すると少しずつ眠くなってきてそのまま if I do that, I'll get slightly more sleepy over time, and then eventually, you know, I'll fall asleep, right? Yeah. I mean, specifically it's saying I'll get sleepy like bit by bit, but like, oh, I think this flows a little better. That's actually a really interesting balance you have to manage, is translating something, because people are very sensitive, right, to these days, to translating something as faithfully as possible. But it's like, sometimes you really gotta do that balance of like, okay, but like, it actually would, like, if you stray a little bit from the dictionary definition, you can come up with something that sounds a lot easier to read. And, you know, this happens sometimes. There was one time, there was actually a lot in the, when I was doing the Yutaka, like, confession scene, I was thinking a lot about that. And also the, like, just in general, a lot of the Yutaka route is like that. Where it's like you really gotta focus on the emotion and like the, you know, what do they want to, how do they want you to like, how do they want the information to kind of come to you, and you kind of like, it hits you a certain way and you feel a certain way about it, and like then you get hit with this information and this information, and you start to piece it together, and then you're like, whoa, you know. And that, you need to preserve that over like literally what they said. But usually I get the best of both worlds a lot out of this cleanup. You get both. Alright, this is from, no, we'll just see what happens. I think this might either be a flashback from when she first meets Minami, or like early into being friends with her, or it's a dream. I forget which one. It might be both. Iwasaki-san no obento?
岩崎さん、お弁当？
Oh, Iwasaki-san obento. I just said no obento, right?
そうだけど。
It is. They should update the novel's models to be more current. Like, do 3D models or like redraw them to be in the newer Lucky Star art style? I kind of like the art style of RGO specifically. I don't think I'd want it to be different. It reflects a refined version of a very particular point in time in the Lucky Star manga art style. And it's really nice. It honestly reflects, like, in my opinion, the best version of Lucky Star's art style. I'm not really much of a fan of like the the way that the manga art style changed after that. But obviously I'm biased, right? よかったら一緒に食べない? If you don't mind. Like, if it's okay, if it's alright, if it's good. Could we eat it together? Like, could we share it, right? You know? They do have soul. I mean, this is a point that I've said, I don't know if here, but I've said it in, like, the Discord. Where, like, this game has a really good quality where its portraits work really well with the backgrounds. There's really good background and character portrait synergy. Because there's some visual novels you'll see them and like the backgrounds and like the characters feel really disconnected. It really feels like they just plastered like, you know, PNGs on top of a background. But this game doesn't really have that problem. You know, sometimes I'll see newer visual novels and it just has that problem. Like, I never played it, but I cannot remember the name of it right now. The Konosuba, like, visual novel kind of has that problem. It looks like really like I'm sure it's a fine game, but like it does have that quality of just like they put PNGs over the image of the background. It's the blur, yeah, it's like a blur filter a little bit. And it's also, yeah, it's a lot of things, but it's definitely one part of it. Another example when I saw it was really bad was there's like a Neptunia like crossover game with Senran and Kagura that has like visual novel segments. And I remember seeing that. I don't actually have that game, but like it was something that I came across, and then I was like, man. Although that issue was that the mouth movements were like really crazy. They moved the mouths moved super fast, and like they would even continue to move when the characters were like not talking anymore. Like in pauses in dialogue, they would still just flap up and down super fast, and it was really distracting. But RGO like does a really good job at having good mouth movement animations that don't look distracting. Like, yeah, if you look super hard at the mouths, like you're gonna notice that it's not perfect, but like it's not distracting at all. It looks really well. So yeah, sure. Minimi-chan, 試験の時に出会って So it's like I met her during a test, right? But like, you know, contextually she's talking about the entrance exam, because then after that, tamatama I always think about tama tama meaning sometimes, but I think it does mean like coincidentally or like we happen to end up in the same class. Let's see. I always forget about that. But yeah, it's like coincidentally, right? Okay, now so. And then if it's Need for Speed most wanted wasted in Resident Evil 5. Dad, what is RGO? It's peak, son. It seems thinking of that like meme where it's like, Mom, or Dad, why am I named Rose? Because your mom really liked roses. And then like, come on, we gotta go pick up your son, Lucky Star Roll Gakunotasai. Yeah.
岩崎さん
Yusaki-san, 今日一緒に帰ろうよ. So it's kind of like, yeah, let's go home together today. But I think it does end up kind of coming across as a question. It can like be a question or not depending on context, that kind of structure. I love you so much. Porsche came in 2004 modified.
今日一緒に帰ろうよ
This guy needs to be there on the lucky, as in me or as in like protagonist. I want to see. I mean, I've talked about that. If there's a new Lucky Star season, which I don't think there will be, but if there ever were, you know, my main ask, you know, is that they incorporate some Rogaku no Tosai stuff. Which I don't think would happen even if they did that, but you know, I think the most I could ever hope for is like, you know, like Yamato like makes a cameo appearance in something like in the background or whatever. Unfortunately. You can play Ko's dad or something. Saisho, 話しかけるだけでも like even at first even just like trying to talk to her すごく緊張したんだよね really like yeah like it really made me nervous like but すぐに we became good friends. I know Hirano controversy was kind of blown out of proportion. I mean, you know, I don't really know, like obviously I know what happened, right? But like the Japanese like idea, mindset about that, I don't, right? You know, I didn't experience it, right? So, but I don't get the impression that like Aya Hirano is like that, like blacklisted or something to the degree that they couldn't do it if they really wanted to. Like I don't think Aya Hirano is really the reason why like they don't do Lucky Star season 2 or whatever. Cause isn't I mean Aya Hirano still voices and stuff, right? I mean she still voices in like horror-y stuff whenever they do like horror-y like crossovers or whatever. And I mean like maybe I'm just out of touch here, but like I mean, she voices like characters still, right? Like she voices Lucy, Herphilia, and like stuff, right? So So this idea that like, you know, that they won't do like Lucky Star Season 2 because of Aya Hirano, this doesn't seem to really be true. Like, I don't really believe that. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, I mean, the reason they didn't make a Season 2, let's be honest, it's really just like, the main reason why there's not a Season 2, really, is, I mean, it really comes down to they don't want to, basically. KyoAni doesn't want to do it. I think, you know, if you wanted to properly make a Season 2 to Lucky Star that was like an actual continuation to adapting the manga, like, you kind of lost your chance. Like, there was a window of time you could have done it soon after Lucky Star Season 1. And it's over now. Like, you can't do that. It's ship to sail, right? The other thing is that if they wanted to do that, like, one of the main way that they could adapt Lucky Star Season 2, like the manga, is they'd have to do the part like after like the main 4 graduate, right? And they're not gonna do a Lucky Star Season 2 where it's not the main 4, right? Because people are too obsessed with main 4. Nobody would want to, like, there was actually a Reddit post that was like, what if there was a Lucky Star anime, like, spin-off featuring just the first years? And it's like, that's what Lucky Star Season 2 would probably have to be if you wanted to continue to adapt the manga. But, you know, they don't want to do that. all the Redditors were like, no, I don't want that, you know, I want main 4. Even just talking to her made me really nervous. But we soon became good friends. Yeah, so there's that reason, and then the other reason why there's probably no Lucky Star Season 2 is because they can adapt 4 through 6 and end at the graduation. But I mean, like, the anime already ends at, like, I mean, they're doing, like, there's the school festival, like, in their final year. Like, they only have a couple more months in high school. But I mean, I don't know, right? Maybe you could figure it out, right? Maybe there is some way you could still do it. But it's also the fact that Lucky Star already basically has 2 seasons, like, because it's a 24 episode anime that clearly, like, divides up, you know, the first 12 episodes from the second 12 episodes. Like, it's clearly already a 2-season anime. You know, I know technically it's, you know, not called that, right? It's a 2-core anime. But it already basically has 2 seasons. Back then, 24 episodes weren't 2 seasons. You know, true. But it basically has 2 seasons. I think I need to make sure I didn't get lost because I've been rambling. It's not really together, it's like tabayo, I mean, like, you know, it's kind of together. It's just like, let's eat lunch, but you know. Look at that. It's implied, it's an implied together. I'm gonna say first here because it sort of is like she doesn't explicitly say, but it's sort of implied, like, you know, I'm gonna go buy a drink and then we can go eat together. What do you know, do you need anything, Yutaka? Because the kate kuru kedo is kind of like that. It's like, I'm gonna buy a drink first though. The drama CD of some chapters after the anime. Which drama CD is that? Man. I have to look up. Drama CDs is something I need to look more at. Cause I always blank on it, and I think the only ones I'm ever aware of is just the one that like exists prior to Moidro 1, and then there's the Moidro 1 drama CD, and then there's the Moidro 2 drama CD, and then there's like... I need to do a video on the... There's like a 5-minute little drama... It's not a drama CD really, it's like just like a 5-minute little special bit of audio that you got when you pre-ordered Rogaku no Otasai. Like it came on a disc, and it's separate from the talent exhibition, like OVA. They're still uploaded. Yeah, I've probably seen them at some point. I just don't remember. And then I started, yeah, drama CDs. I should. One of the many things I need to do. Oh, wait, that's gotta be question mark.
ハットクリスさん、豊かは何か言
No, I'm good. But yeah, that's technically still RGO content I haven't translated. That RGO, like 5-minute. I forget what it's called exactly, but it's like just 5 minutes of like audio on a CD. And it's not anything crazy, but I like, you know, might as well. Although I am also considering really cleaning up, like doing a redo of the drama expedition. So that way, like, the translator's notes can, like, link to it as extra content, like, after you beat, like, the whole game. You know, maybe I even include it as a secret link in the game somewhere. Like, hey, go watch this. That might be fun.
私はいいよ。じゃあ、行ってくる。
Because there is that link that doesn't work anymore in episode 5. Although I am intending to probably just change the link to be like, to link to what it probably was intended to link to originally. And just update the link there, but we'll see. Because it's intended, I believe, to link to downloadable like desktop backgrounds, which are still up. It's just the link doesn't work anymore. Yeah,
いいよ。じゃあ、行ってくる。
いつまにかこんな風に名前を呼び合えるように待っていて、呼び合える。I mean, I know that it just is talking about like in this way, like we call each other by our first names, right? But like, yobi aeru. Is it just aeru as in like daringly? Like, or it's like to. The exact nuance of that aeru is something that I don't quite remember. Because it's like, aeru is like, yeah, dressing, right? So you like... The exact nuance of that is a little hard to put into words, but it is basically just saying that, you know, like they used... Our conversations were, you know, elevated in some way by the fact that we talked, you know, using our first names. I think the thing is in this way is kind of like, it's unnecessary information. in like an English kind of context. Like it just feels like you're just saying stuff to say stuff, and it's not actually adding anything like to the text. Alright, see ya, Moe Volt Agering. Thanks for coming out. I know this was kind of a late stream, but I just felt like doing it. Good morning. I'll just call you Alv or Ring. Okay, I'll remember to do that. I'll try my best, at least. Did you see the drama on TV yesterday? Kino no drama mita? I didn't. Man, wait a minute, what? Double check that. What? Whoa, 15 people watching this. There's actually more people watching the stream than usual. Awesome. I don't usually pay much attention to that, but. Like what a waste. Oh, that's too bad. あのね、主人の人がね。Or no, 主役の人がね。
主役の人がね。
So you see the main character. 学校で話したり、みなみちゃんの家に遊びに行ったり、すべてが何よりも大切な思い出で。You'd talk to each other at school, I'd come over to Minami's house to play, Minami-chan's house to play, and so much more. Which is kind of just, yeah, added from that tari da 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 da. すべてが何よりも, like above all, like all of that, you know, above all else, like, you know, I made important memories. Or I made precious memories, right? So this seems like one that might struggle to fit into the text box, so we'll see how this goes. Each other at school. I'd come over to... We might have to change this to her instead of Mimi-chan's. I'd made so many precious memories. It's like... This feels like a sanity check. It's not a sanity check, but more just like... I think I might be wording it in a way that's kind of dumb and it could be worded better. Let's see. What's the opinions here? What do you think? What do you think, Google Translate? Yeah, I can see that. Every one of those moments, they were all above all else, like, you know, important memories, precious memories above all else. Yeah, I see what they're going for there. Yeah. These two things are more connected than I would have thought. Hey Yamato bro, great to see you. So yeah, I think we need to rewrite this then. So, talking to each other at school, coming over to her house to play. And and so much more doesn't really work so well at this one, so. It's like something like that. Then I guess let's okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't just accidentally plagiarize Google Translate. Uh-oh. He's about to experience like the Persona 3 Aegis dream. If I remember correctly, how this goes.みみちゃんはいつもと同じように私の目の前にいる。でも私のことを見ていない。But she wasn't like looking at me, I guess, right? It's kind of more like she was facing me, but she wasn't looking at me. +1,000 lines. No, this game doesn't have 100,000 lines. It has like 20. I mean, I can show you in a second. Well, it's got 26,110 lines. Oh, your star's yellow! Oh, how long did to be a member to get that? I forget. But congrats! 6 months, yeah. 怖くなって読んでみる。
みなみちゃんってば。
Yeah, it's like Minami just like a very like, come on Minami-chan, like, yeah. But you know, Are You There is good. You know, as long as it's just like a, come on, like, you know, like pay attention to me, Minami. Don't just like blankly stare off into space. Because some people use Teba to be like Earth 2 like person type thing, right? So you know, in this context, right? Yeah, and there's like a pause there, so you know. Yondemo Hano ga nai. Sore dokoro ka. Sore dokoro ka is like, yeah, and not just that, right? So let me see. Sore dokoro ka. It does mean that, I think. Yeah, if anything, like far from it, like, you know, it's like it's kind of, and not just that, right? Let's just say, and not just that. Uh-oh.
Minami-chan! 待って、みなみちゃん。
Minami-chan はそのまま何も言わず、どこかへ行ってしまおうとする。Minami-chan continued to not say anything as she started like leaving somewhere, right? Like you started, but walking away. I guess walking away is not necessarily perfectly illustrating what's actually happening here, because it's like, it's not necessarily that she's leaving or she's walking away. Like it's just like she's getting more distant, like she's leaving from her. How would you properly say that? So we might, you know, I want to not imply that there's like a specific movement she's doing. As she became further and further away. Okay, let's do another sanity check. It's not a sanity check, but it's more of ideas, right? What do you think Google Translate how to do this? Yeah, it just says walk away, but like, that's not what we want here. Turns to leave. But this also isn't really like, I guess it kind of works. But again, it still implies like a specific form of like actions that she's taking here. Right? We see her get farther away. Like she's going somewhere, you know. But there's no implied like method by which that's happening. Alright, I don't know, maybe it's the Otosuru. Maybe Otosuru kind of implies some level of volitionality to it, so... Because if you do this, like, I don't know if it's going to show up in Jisho, but like... Yeah, like this, right? The Tosuru, right? Let's go look up Take Him's guide. Yeah, where is this Tosuru? Attempting to, like, it's like Shimao plus old Tosuru, so... You know, I guess it does imply some level of intentionality. I guess started to leave is probably, you know... I just didn't want to imply like a specific mental image of like her walking away. Okay, we gotta go back to Jisho. 私はそれ必要で、必死で、yeah. 私はそれを必死で追いかけようとするけど、I desperately try to fall like that, like it's that, like それ. So it's almost like she's like, I don't know if there's a way we could properly like convey that. Maybe just I desperately try to follow, like without specifying her specifically. Desperately try to follow, but no, my legs. The are is like being interpreted as an, it's not really a, it's like, you know, just my legs, but you know, like you can imagine she's like really trying to use her legs, it's just like, no, my legs, they just aren't moving, right? I buy a Play 4 icon hacking for free games. But I don't know. I want your opinion. I really have no clue what you're asking. I'm sorry. Hacking a PS4. Oh, PlayStation 4? Okay. So, about hacking a PlayStation 4 to like play PS4 games for free. I mean, I don't really know much about... I don't have a PS4, right? So I couldn't really like say much about what games are on PS... I mean, you know... There's probably a lot of good games on PS4, so it's probably a good investment if you... There's a lot of games you want to play. Marude omori ga tsuita mitai ni ugokanai. Omori. Like omori, I guess that does mean like a weight, right? Like not a word it's like a ball and chain, right? Or no. Doesn't this mean like a ball and chain? Like this specific kanji? A plumb bob, spinner spindle. I feel like if you look up the specific kanji, you kind of get a ball and chain. I don't know that really matters, but you know. Dude. Yeah, turn it up, get down. I've heard that before. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm validated here. Oh, they get a lot of other things too, so maybe not. Hey, let it down. Yeah, you kind of get it. I mean, not really. But yeah, that's that kind of imagery as well. Yeah, I as if a weight was attached at me, like I couldn't move. FPS quadruple. The Wii? That shit look like a dildo. No matter how much I tried to run, you know, ashi ga ippo mo ugokanai, and I couldn't move even one step. Number 9, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, and something else, and a large soda. So yeah, meanwhile, Minami-chan went off somewhere by herself, like, you know. Do I really? Miko e Iteshima. I can see why I went with walking, because like even though it doesn't explicitly say it, it doesn't particularly like matter, and like she's clearly like moving by herself, right? She's volitionally moving, so you know it gets really awkward to like try to talk about it if you can't use the word walk. So I can see why I said walk away. It was all a dream. It's about to happen, right? Again, the Tiba is like, you know, she's like really good, like, Minami, come on! She's saying it in a way that's very like, you know, there's a desperation in it. But we gotta kind of turn that into words. That's an interesting thing about translation, right? Again, is it's like, this doesn't, like, if you had a dub, right? You probably wouldn't include like, do you hear me, or like extra words like that, because you could just put that into the like, way that the voice actor conveys that, you know. So you could have to go like, hey, Minami, you know, the emphasis would convey that. Oite konaide. Like, don't leave me. Yeah. By the way, guys, the symbolism here. That Minami is, or that, you know, Yutaka's like, her weight, right, is her condition, right? And it's the idea that, you know, Yutaka's gonna, you know, be away from everyone else because she's sick all the time, and everyone's just gonna move on without her. You can thank me later. You're welcome for that literary analysis. Doesn't it bother you? I mean, are you implying that you're the one that's doing that? I mean, the streams are, you know, here, right? They're on, like, they're VODs, right? I guess, right? I mean, I'm suspicious if you're saying that you're like, you make it sound like you're doing that for your own purposes or something. But I mean, I don't know. If somebody did that, I don't really care, right? You know, hey. Konata doesn't get sick due to her father genes, possibly. Yeah, I guess so, right? Because like, it is kind of, I guess, likely the case that that's all connected, right? So I was trying to think, like, is Yutaka or Yui is related to Kanata? Like, is that a maternal cousin or is it a paternal cousin? Yeah, so But that is actually interesting, because yeah, there is like that whole point about Konata doesn't really ever get sick. There's definitely some literary significance to that. You just find it funny to find my voice in a Reddit group doing character voices as a compilation? I mean, no. I don't think I'm particularly special as far as doing big voices. Like, I'm not a particularly good voice actor. Okay, yeah. Mimi-chanはどんどん遠ざis that 遠ざがっていて遠ざがっていて遠ざがる Yeah, I mean, like, I knew what it meant. I just was like, it's not a word I see that often. If we're being picky, a large part of Kyoto animation would be separated by the 4 groups that Lucky Star has. The 4 groups. So what would those be like? Main 4, first years, adult characters, and then like I guess the anime research club, the animation research club people. Man, that kind of hurts. That's really like, no. Dude, we keep hearing this music, but when are we gonna get to the song that has like the Metal Sonic voice go like, you can't do anything, so don't even try, get some help. Don't do what Sonic does, so yeah. Dude, I'm pretty hyped for Sonic 4, the movie. I think they can do a lot of cool moments with Metal Sonic. The part where Eggman rapped? I mean, I think so, yeah. I think he just did. Or he raps in the Sonic Mania like version of this course. So towards like her disappearing like back. Yeah. I guess that's Eggman rapping, right? That part. So yeah, towards like her back, that is like, yeah, in the direction of her disappearing back, I, in a loud voice, let out a desperate cry. Gyutto te o nigiru kanshoku. So it's like right as I let out a desperate cry, as she like disappeared. So let's see. Yeah. I mean, it's more like a than a yeah in this kind of case.
Yutaka, 大丈夫？本当にみなみちゃんだ。
Miami-chan. Yappari saki no wa yume datta. それを知ってすごく安心した。The yappari is not really captured, so we're gonna add something to that. All the so is gonna add that nuance. All of that was just a dream. Because there's kind of that, like a little bit of like a, she's coming to the realization, like, oh, it was just a dream. Like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like, you know. So the so kind of adds that nuance a little bit. Unasareta. I'm gonna guess that's what that means, but you were crying in your sleep, right? You were like, so it wasn't really tossing and turning. Like that's not right. It's like when somebody kind of goes like, oh, you know. It startled me, it's probably better to say that. Yo. All right.
すごいよ。
Is this it? Is this the song I was looking for? I think so. Yeah. Describe that. It's like I feel myself about. It's like I guess we can sing it. We can see what Google Translate thinks of that. So I just feel myself about. Like I understand what that means, but like I don't know if that's like how you would actually say that in English properly. Oh wait, wrong. Wrong thing. 35. No, that's not right. Surprised I like. Yeah, she's like, it's like you're putting your hands all over yourself to like feel like, you know, she's kind of confirmed that she's sweaty. I felt myself. It's like I touched myself all over. It's like a weird way to say that, right? Disappointed that RGO doesn't have crazy hidden text from the devs being angry. Yeah, doesn't seem like it does. Do Japanese devs do that? I think there are instances of Japanese devs doing it, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head a specific example. How do you say that properly? It's like, how do you make it not sound weird? Is it just I felt about myself? Like I felt myself about, I felt around myself, I felt my body, like I touched myself everywhere. It sounds weird though. Surprised I felt around, like, and just having it be implied that like I felt around like her body. I felt around and find that I'm drenched in sweat. Just realized that the stream thumbnail looks like something other than Minami hugging a Yutaka. I don't know what else it's supposed to look like, but I can try to look at it again. Let's see. I mean, to me, it kind of almost looks like she's putting Yutaka in a chokehold, but you know. But you know. And found myself drenched in soap. And found that I was drenched in soap, yeah. Secret line, Misa's rather says it doesn't get better than this. So anyway,もしかして様子を見てくれたの? Here.
私のノートコピーしてきたから。
The for you, I think, helps capture some of the kata and the kita part. Sort of, it helps a little bit.
ありがとう。
いつもごめんね. So it's just like, sorry for always, right? You know, it's just like, I'm sorry that you always are doing this. And then the net at the end of the question mark is kind of like but I think if I did like a sorry, it'd be a little like I don't know.
コピー。
私がお礼を言うと顔を赤くして照れてしまう。ああ、いつものみなみちゃんだ。So yeah, it's just like I give my thanks and it makes and her face gets all like and her face gets red and she's embarrassed. That's always how Mimi-chan is. Like, that's Mimi-chan. But that Itsumo is like, whenever I like to give her, you know. That is a little weird. It's like, it's more like just like a as in like is an assertive right? It's like not an so much as like a, yeah, it's like this kind of like like yeah, yes indeed, right? Hey Zane Shar. I guess it's not whenever I thank her because she's not making a generic statement. Because here it's at the same time, right? So she's talking about. I guess that's fine, right?
Who's on your side? Who can you trust? In the middle of the night. Where will you be? If you can't find you, there's no place to go. Nothing to do. If you gotta do something, you gotta do something. Believe in yourself. Yourself.
I gotta believe?
Hey!
What is this, pro rapper? Everybody say, oh, 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 no scream. Yep, Patty Sprite's still here. still staring at you. Make sure it was it. 야, 돛단이? 야, 돛단. 不安はさらにひどくなった。 You used the Konoto Windows XP sounds from the Lucky Star Battle Chronicles CD. The CD is my Yuri sounds, along with vanilla Windows XP sounds to make Windows 11 less boring. Yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, that's, I don't know. I used to be big on, when I had Windows XP, I used to be big on like customizing the sound effects and stuff like that, but nowadays I'm a pretty like standard person when it comes, like standard. I don't really decorate or rice my setup, right? These days. I should, you know, it might be fun. I guess the problem that I would have is that I would probably get too annoyed by like the constant, like if I made them too, if I made the sounds too like crazy, I would get too annoyed by like all the like voice clips or whatever. Cause people will like have, like those YouTubers will do like the Opera GX ads or whatever, and they're like, oh, you can make like your operating system look like it's gaming. In gaming, Garugamesh, you know. It just seems like it would get really annoying. Anime and manga. Sakura-kan ikimasu. Stay here. Thank you. J-Rock. What is my favorite animal? Good question. I probably had an answer, a more concrete answer to that when I was younger, but I don't know if I have a good answer now. It used to be the Komodo dragon because I thought it was cool, but there wasn't any real reason for it beyond that. But I guess that's a lot of people's favorite animal choices. It's either because it's really cute or because it's really cool, right? It's not often that you have somebody that has more sophisticated reasoning as to their favorite animal. 284. So the only thing I'm thinking here is it's like maybe we add like a please stay here. And the reason why is because it makes it more clear that the choice is like you're telling Yutaka to stay here. I mean that Yutaka is asking me to stay here rather than like it's an option for you to stay here, right? We'll see. I'm gonna try this, and then if it doesn't make sense to keep it, we'll just keep it back, go back to stay here. But I think the please stay here will better communicate what the choice is actually suggesting. No, I picked the wrong one. I picked the choice that makes it inconvenient for me to. I picked it because please stay here is the more Yuri-ful choice. Okay, sorry about that. My fingernail was bothering me. 23245. And then we want to look for arigato. 23296. Wow, that's a lot of lines of dialogue that I skip over. Yume wa yume da. Like the dream was a dream, right? Minami-chan wa modotte kite kureru. Like she will come back, right? Also, Sorani, she will come back when we sell and make this mini scenario. How many percentage times better? 100, 10,000, 100,000, million, 100 million times better. It'll make it oku times better. 1 oku times better. 1万1000と2000年前から愛してる。一方的に甘えるだけの存在にはなりたくなった。甘える is like to be like I'm always like a, it's like a doting type thing. Yeah, like it, you know, dependent on it. Okay, I need to... My fingernail is undergoing the kind of thing where it's like, you need to leave well enough alone. If I try too hard to like fix up my fingernail situation, it's gonna really hurt. I'll mess with that later. I need to not... Ouchies, yeah. I don't know what it is about human nature, but there's like that phenomenal thing where it's like, you know that if you keep messing with it, like you're just gonna make it like hurt way more. But you can't resist messing with it. It doesn't even hurt right now, it's just awkward. It's just awkward because like part of my fingernail is like It's uneven, but it's like, you know, you don't want to make it fully uneven. I see it, I see it. My wife just slid like a fingernail clipper underneath the door. I will, might as well, right? I'll be back in just a second, guys. Fingernail clipping stream? Alright, well, that should help fix it a little bit. You guys needed proof that my there's people that have a conspiracy that I'm not actually married, because it's like you never see him, you never see Timepiece Master's wife, even though you actually did in the in the Lucky Star Collection video, but sure. I actually don't know if it's saying this, like the friendship. It's more like I don't want to become somebody that's like always depending on others, right? Yeah, I mean, but I might be like the best way to word it, perhaps. Yeah, I don't want to be someone that just clings to her and expects to be spoiled. Eh. I can see, I mean, it's not accurate, right? Because she's talking more about, like, herself. Like, I don't want to be somebody. Let me see, let's see. But even this translation loses a lot of the nuance. Like, it loses like the ipotekini, like one-sidedly, right? And then the like you're kind of trading off different things. So I mean, I think this is better, or this is perfectly good. It's also not a voice acted line, right? So you don't have the issue of like people will hear one thing and then they'll be like, that's not what that said. You know, there was that game, I forget what it was called, but like there was a game that came out recently that people are talking about as having like really bad translation or something. Like, I forget it. It's like some, I don't even know. It's like maybe it's like, I've never seen, don't even know what this game is actually like about. It's like some rhythm game that like, or maybe not, like it has like some, I think the idea is that the game has a lot of like Twitch / like streamer text in it. Like, you know, lines of dialogue for like members of your chat in the game to say. And I think the idea is that like, what is it? The game is, you know, they're kind of just random messages or and stuff, and I think in the Japanese they largely talk pretty normally, but then the English translation took the approach of like, guys, we gotta make them like use full-on like internet speak, right? And that includes like having the having all the lines of dialogue be like super terminally online and like super like, you know, hyper political. And it was just like, oh my gosh, guys, it's a little crazy. But I don't know. That's an emerging story. I would be interested to know like what the actual like game is like. Patricia would be happy if you finished translating the game. Yeah, I bet she would. I'm doing that Moe exportation. Sorry to keep you waiting. I just think of like there's like some line from Kid Icarus Uprising where Pit says that. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's always what I think of when I see that. Here, be careful, it's still hot. Let it... If you let it fall on you, you'll get a big payout in a lawsuit. Oh wait, that's coffee. This is tea. So it doesn't apply. You know, speaking of Twitch chat, I'm not somebody that ever really chats on like live streams that much, but I always think about whenever I see, or even on comments on YouTube videos or anything like that. But I always, whenever I do have something that I want to say, instead of saying it, I will always just like search the comments for like somebody that says the same thing as me. Like it's like I want to be like, yes, this person's saying what I'm saying. I want to see how people react to that, but I don't want to be the one that says it. I don't know if that's like normal behavior. I think most people would just comment it, but I'm like, no, I don't want to comment it. I just want to see what people would say in response to it. If somebody were to say it, what would be the response? No, I don't do asterisks for few. Oh, they hit the spot. Am I using ASMR bird sounds? No, this is the Sonic CD soundtrack. So if there's any sounds, it's that. Unless there's sounds outside that are making its way onto the stream. I don't think so. There's no birds outside. It's like midnight. There's no... It's just my house. Not the stream. Yeah. If there's any noises you hear, it's the house. Halfway there. Oh yeah, we are like halfway through the video. Although I'm probably not getting to the whole video on the stream. Because like it's almost midnight. It's actually pretty decent pace though, like two-ish hour, 2.5 hours, but like when you factor in the talking and you factor in the fact that I didn't start the stream, I did start working like the second the stream started. No, pretty good pace, honestly. Thanks for worrying about me. Is that? I guess that's fine, right? Thanks for thinking about me. I think is probably a better way to say that. You don't really say thanks for worrying about me. It's like, I guess you might, but this sounds a little better. Although, yeah, like 4 minutes per, or like an hour for every 4 minutes of video, like used to be my pace for a lot of this video series. Yeah. The thing that makes it like slower is when I get really caught up on like a reference. But thankfully a lot of the Yutaka route, like basically all of the Yutaka route except for like one place, is reference free. And then most of the Minami route is reference free as well, but there's a little bit more. There's like the Evangelion reference with Kaworu. And then you have Full Metal Panic reference with like the yakisoba bread, and then you have, I guess if you want to talk about the fact, the reference to the fact, they do talk about the fact that Coca-Cola used to be medicine. If you want to count that as a reference, which I guess I probably will, but you know. Yeah, when there's no references, it doesn't take so long. Where's the holding hand part? 怒ってくから。今日は怒ってくから。Now the okut is like I'll see you off, like I'll today I'll like, it does imply that she's gonna walk home with her, but I don't know where the holding hand part like came from. Like it's supposed to be something that makes sense contextually, so I will look ahead a little bit. I don't know why I did that. There's gotta be some thinking, like, reason why I did this. Because okutte iku kara is like I'll send you home, like I'll like send you. But it's like a send in, like I'll see you off, like I'll make sure that you get home, right? Usually okutte in this like usually means like I'll see you off, like I will like watch you as you leave, but like in this case it's like I'll take you home today, right? Maybe it's because like they already walk home together like on a regular, like that's not anything new, right? So it's like it sort of implies a little bit more of like a I will help you get home. Let's just say that. Because the holding hand part is like, where does that even come from? Complete fiction. Didn't happen. Nope. That was work of an author. Never happened. Complete fiction.
お姉ちゃんがいるから大丈夫だって。
I see. Rejected.
みゆちゃん、調子はどう？あ？は？お姉ちゃん。授業も終わったし、一緒に帰ろう。
Try to substitute the little like squiggly line for music notes, since it kind of conveys that kind of, it's like the playful kind of vibe.
みなみちゃん。
But that sort of thing doesn't really happen in English text. Like if I had like set that precedent like early on, then it maybe, but like at this point I didn't really establish that kind of nuance is conveyed with the squiggly, the tilde. Also, the tilde doesn't look super great in this font. Wow! 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 Dude, I wonder what that guy's favorite MMO is. Must be World of Warcraft or something. It's not really like that, it's like, I see you've been looking after your son. Yeah.
Yutaka も元気になってきたみたいですし。
Yeah, we'll just keep it that way. Yeah.
私はそろそろ帰ります。じゃあまた明日学校で。
know it's two different sentences in the video series, but I think having it be like two different, like, it doesn't.
じゃあまた明日学校で
It's like kind of, I'll see you tomorrow at school, but it's just like, you wouldn't really say it that way in English, so. Like, I understand the nuance being conveyed there is like, I'll see you at school tomorrow, like at school, as opposed to like, I won't be at home. Like, it's not like I'm gonna be at home because I'm homesick. Like, I'm going to feel better, so I will be at school. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow at school. I guess it's fine. I can see that. I can see how it works. Why is there a garden gnome at school? I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Konata. She's Ganata Ganelf. She's Ganata Ganoblin. She's a gnome. And you've been known.
また明日
10-minute mark.
意外だね。てっきりみなみちゃんに送ってほしいと思ってたんだけど
I don't know why, like, the holding hand part. I guess I just didn't know how to translate okute in this context. That's surprising. Don't bother translating Konata's line. It's all just worthless jibber jabber. The ramblings of an insane person. To escort, let's say escort. No, this is fine. Not what to. Yeah, spell it right, but otherwise, it's good.
やだなお姉ちゃん私だっていつまでも Yeah, it's just like I can't be a kid forever.
What song is playing? So this is from Sonic CD 22839. So right now it is playing a song called 8th Space Special Stage JP Arrange.
ゆうちゃんはいろんな意味でまだまだ子供だと思うんだけどね。
Man. Oh, so putting down Yutaka. Oh, that's the end of that, actually. Okay, but not the end of the video, but, you know. It's the end of this ending. The end of the ending. The start of the other ending. Finally, the main event. Actually, Yuri part. So that means like there's like 40 more lines I gotta do here, but they've been coming pretty quick. Yeah, there's been a lot of easy lines, so maybe it'll be easy, but also this is like the Yuri part, so it might be harder because there's a little bit more delicacy needed, right? Again, we're gonna to match the choice. It's please. We're gonna add the please. That way the choice makes it a little more clear again what you're getting when you pick the choice. Thank you. Do an easy doshita no easy lines, right? We're kind of in that, like, you know, that part of the stream where you can get really good productivity because the chat's kind of quieted down. I've kind of said what I wanted to say, and now we're just chilling and working on it. They are just friends. I mean, you're allowed to interpret it however you wish. I don't know if I personally subscribe to the idea that they're actually gay for each other. I think that they're just so... Yutaka especially is so innocent. She's so innocent, she really just genuinely doesn't see it that way. But that's just my thoughts. Understood, I think, is a little bit more better because it's indicating what Minami's getting at here. 私の方へ戻ってきてくれた。Yeah. Yeah, we'll just, it's not really a dot 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 so much, but it's the Yuri part. Minami's giving, you know, the Yutaka a chokehold. It looked like seemed like a kidnapping. I can see that. Just picks her up. You're coming with me. And he's gonna make her confess. Is it okay if I also call you One-chan? If I make you my other One-chan? I mean, Minami is older than Yutaka by like 3 months or so. Oh, is this the song? No. Or is it? It's Sonic Boom, right? Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. If Sonic Boom, the game or the TV show, didn't ever acknowledge this song or make some connection to this song, then what were they doing? I'm sure they probably did at some point. Like, there's almost no way they didn't. It's actually really interesting to think about. If Sonic Boom had been more successful, we could very well be living in a reality where like either the Boom Sonic like took over and like became the dominant form that Sonic existed in, or it would have like continued to exist as like a secondary like sub-series of Sonic. Crazy thing to think about. 私の口から漏れた種の I wonder if that's like what came out of my mouth like the mere okay there seems to be a bit of a nuance there of like the words that came out of her mouth were just 23257 the words that came out of her mouth like was just her sleep talking, but it made her so worried. It was like there's like an emphasis on the fact that like it's just her sleep talking, like it shouldn't have been such a big deal. Let's see what Google Translate thinks about it. Yeah, there is definitely an emphasis on it, right? There's an emphasis on that aspect of that. Yeah, something like that. Oh, we need the dot dot dot. That's not. Are you a sadist, Minami? You like to see Yutaka suffer? Or no, that's a no, that's a sadist, right? My bad, my bad.
むしろ嬉しかった。こんなに誰かに好かれて。
Yuri is missing all this.
必要に思われたりしたことなかった。豊かが 親友でよかった。そろそろ行かないと。
Okay, I think we can keep that. I was like thinking of whether it should be like I better get going now, or like it could also be like we have to get going now. But we'll see. I think contextually, like this is fine. It's just that it might not end up making sense later on if it's I have to go now. Let's see. We'll see. Almost there. Yeah, there's like 3.5 minutes more. And not all of that is gonna be, although no, all of it is gonna be like what's green and blue and red all over? Minami! Again, the holding hand. What? What if Minami exploded? Well, then things would go south really quickly. But get it? 'Cause Minami means south in Japanese. She'd walk it off. It turns out that the bomb threat that Yuri and Patty were sent out towards the school was actually a Yuri bomb. It wasn't actually a real bomb. It's more dangerous than a real bomb.
平気だよ。
So true.
その泉先輩からのお願い。
Where is this whole... I just what is this? What is this? You know... You know, I mean, like, this whole holding hand thing is like...
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up. We made this one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. It never happened. It never happened. This one was invented by a writer. Not this time. It never happened. It's false. It never happened. It's a fake. It's fiction. It's an urban legend that never happened. No way. We got you. Not a chance. Not this time. It never happened. It never happened. We made this one up. It's fiction. We made up this one. We made it up. Not this time. Wrong. Not this time. Not this time. You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
Yeah, that's totally how I'm feeling about it. The holding hands tightly is it's completely... I completely made it up for this translation. I don't know why I did it. I must have just... Again, like, I just had no way... I just somehow couldn't think of a better way to translate Okute.
豊かを送ってあげてだって。そうなの？だから遠慮しないで。ありがとう、みなみちゃん。
Is that a cat in a box? That emoji. It's a stray cat girl? No, it's just a stray normal cat. You know, I've considered Mechopara, like, just playing it, because it is considered like a good learning, good VN for learning, for like improving your Japanese, right? It's kind of simple, but I also don't know if I actually like Mechopara. It seems kind of whatever, but I don't know. I never really played it or experienced it, so I don't know. Maybe it's good. The cat in the box just reminded me of that. Oh, so it's like a like that kind of game. You wouldn't just play it seriously? Okay, then maybe not. Because I mean, obviously, if I was playing it to like for Japanese ability, like for Japanese practice, like then it's not a very yeah. Obviously, you want to have be more invested in it than that. To just sanity check that I'm in the right spot. Strictly speaking, it's not necessarily a walk. It could be like, theoretically, it could be like, you know, Minami's parents or something, like drove her home or something. But I mean, otherwise, it being a bit rough like doesn't really make a lot of sense if she like was just riding in a car. But you know, whatever. I think walk is fine. It's like probably, well, like almost certainly it's meant to be a walk home. So れでもみなみちゃんは嫌な顔をせず、ずっと私を心配してくれて。So Minami-chan, without making like a displeased or like a hateful, I mean, it's just like, it's kind of like she wasn't, she was never like, she kept looking after me, like without ever. It's not really with a pleasant expression. It's more just like she never like got like, I have to take care of Yutaka, you know. Her face never got, like, showed signs of, like, being frustrated or, like, annoyed. Yeah, no annoyance, right, there we go, that's a good word. We'll go with that. I guess I am getting like following the Nekapara thing. I did order Haganai PSP in the other game that comes with it, Kinameki School Life, which is like the visual novel that's shown in Haganai. Like they made an actual game out of it. So I have that. I have those two. And I've been meaning to just play Haganai PSP instead of like doing the video series for it, because like even though I do want to eventually get back to that, it's like part of me is like, just play it and see what happens, and then you can kind of like, it'll help you translate the rest of the video series, and it'll also like motivate you to do it. So I might do that. That's possible. Might be a good visual novel. It's actually a decently good visual novel to like learn from, because not because it's easy necessarily. There is a lot of weird dialogue in Haganai, but like it does have the advantage of the scenes being very short. So it's like very bite-sized gameplay. Yuri さんが病気になったら今度は私が絶対お見舞いに行こうと。そしてその機会意外と早くやってきた。Normal slash homeless. Haha, I'm normal.
ノートのコピー持ってきたよ。
You don't sound very sick mean to me. You need to go like I had the that sounded a little like stupid. I didn't mean it to sound stupid. I just tried to sound sick, but then I couldn't do it. Arigato. Utsushichatte. Does that actually? I guess it's a. Does that mean you caught her cold? Because it's like. Yeah, because it's a transfer, right? You know. Yeah, spread an infection. Yeah. Sounds of illness, thank you. Signs of love, da, 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 da. I don't know the lyrics to that song.
心配すると思って。
That it's like, yeah, it's finishing out like she's like this is what Minami said to me when I told her that. I guess Date, no, that's not right. It is like still. It's like Date, like come on. Yeah, 気使ってもいいのに. Like, you have to take care of yourself. Dude, we're so close to the end of this part. Just a minute more.
これも
Let me see this. I kind of want to know what they think of this. Yeah.
「仲良しの証拠みたいなものだから」
I'm gonna get rid of the like. It's kind of unnecessary.
じゃあこの前してくれたみたいにギュってしてあげよっか。それは
How many lines left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lines left. We're so close. We're so close.
いいからいいから。
5 lines left. It's such an interesting portrait. Unfortunately, one of the blushy portraits that got kind of downgraded in PSP. Oh, I messed that up. I'm also really glad that I'm my best friend, Minami-chan. Glad that I'm your, I'm your best friend. But then who was friend? Then who was phone? This dash doesn't really make a lot of sense contextually. That's what it feels like to be indirectly rejected. I mean, I guess, right? Again, I don't really subscribe to the idea that they're actually gay. I think they're like they're both so innocent that they don't think about it that way. But that, you know. Rudy's Epic Life. Hey, I've seen you around. You went through translating just to doing it correctly a few years later. Well, I mean, you know, I wasn't as experienced, right? It wasn't like, you know, I intentionally translated it wrong the first time or whatever. So... You weren't trying to be mean? Oh, I'm sorry. If I kind of took it like aggressively, yeah, I wasn't. Shouldn't have done that. But no. The idea is that, like, yeah, I wasn't as good, right? You know, made mistakes. So instead of just copy pasting it wholesale, right, without any consideration for fixing it or anything, when I'm making the patch, right, it might as well. It's a lot of effort, but you know, I might as well go through it again to clean it up. Yeah, improve it. Should it be or okay? Let's think about it. I guess makes more sense. Like, okay is a little bit of a weird, like, way to agree to, like, to say, like, get well soon. It's like, okay, I will get well soon. You know, it's like, you can't... kind of makes it better. It's like, you know, she's just agreeing. Like, yeah, I hope I get well soon as well, right? But with that, we have... No, I don't want to see Doctor reacts to hilarious South Park medical scenes. No, I do not want to see Super Mario the paint. What even is that? Super Mario Brothers Mario 85, the pain of it all. What the heck? The story of DBZ Budokai Soul Crushing 2 100% speedrun. Cool. That sounds more interesting, but this is definitely the most interesting video. You should definitely watch this one. Actually, this stream was pretty good. I liked this stream a lot. It was a good one. When we watched the Lucky Star on stage. At least what was left what was left of it. Unfortunately, still no updates on that. But if it ever comes out, if we ever get a full recording of Lucky Star on stage, I'm definitely gonna watch it and react to it on stream. But that day may never come. We'll see. Okay. So yeah, we're at the end of the stream now. Obviously, I'm not gonna do more right now. It's like 1 a.m. almost. I will do real quick though some calculations because let's see how far I am actually now that I've done that part. Let's see how much progress I have towards episode 4. So I have to add in the fact that I did. Okay, I don't remember if I counted that, how I counted that, but if I think I probably counted it. I'm like keeping track of like the exact number of like minutes and seconds like each part is and stuff. To kind of, that's how I calculate the percentages now. I used to do it based off a number of videos, but. And then this part was 1629. So we are at, okay, 3, okay, and then 14 plus 7 plus 29. This might be slightly inaccurate, but it should be close enough. Okay, 22,970 seconds done out of 28,002 seconds to translate. This brings up to 82% done. Dude, that's such good progress, and maybe I'll even make some more before I do the update on Row Archives. But anyway, yeah, I want to go to sleep now, or at least stop streaming. Thanks everybody for coming out. This is a good stream. We made some really good progress. Hopefully episode 4 pretty soon. All right, guys. See you later.